If you love Bill and Ted, then you're gonna love Bill and Ted 3. It comes out in cinemas in a few days, and I just got a chance to watch it. I literally just finished the movie and about to drive to work, so I'm gonna talk about the movie with you right now. So Bill and Ted 3 is the third Bill and Ted movie in the Bill and Ted franchise, and I have to say, this movie was just feel good and fun. I had so much fun watching the movie, and I'm walking out now and I can't help but smile. You could tell that everyone making this movie was having such a good time. The chemistry between Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter is as strong as ever. It took a little bit of time for me to get into the feel and groove of the movie, maybe 10 minutes or so, but once we get there, we get there. And it's a wild ride until the end. I'll try not to spoil too much of the plot of this movie. The trailers, they hardly give anything away. But basically, Bill and Ted, they need to come up with a song to save the whole of reality. They're gonna time travel all over the place, but in particular, they wanna go to the future and steal the song that they have to create to save the universe from themselves. And so you may be thinking, what the hell? What? That doesn't make any sense. How could they steal the song from themselves if they have to create it first? Well, don't worry about that. It's not a movie that gets bogged down in all the specifics of time travel and stuff. Just go with it and just know that they're going to the future to try and steal a song from themselves before they even write the song. They're such lazy bums, and it's so funny. This movie's not particularly long either. It's only about an hour and a half. And honestly, that's the length it should be. It's just a fun, enjoyable, little burst of energy and just picks you up and wakes you up and makes you feel good. There's not many movies where I can genuinely say that I laughed out loud during the film. But I'm so happy I can say that Bill and Ted Face the Music really did make me laugh so hard. If you've ever seen the movie The Cat in the Hat, I would say that the humor in Bill and Ted 3 is pretty similar to The Cat in the Hat. Like, humor that children can enjoy, but also there's a subtle undertone that adults can enjoy as well. Some of the funniest jokes as well came from Bill and Ted going to the future to actually meet their future selves, and just talking to the much older versions of themselves. They're already quite old at the start of the movie, but like with them going to prison to meet themselves in the future when they're in prison, and the makeup and costuming on the older versions, they go to maybe 3 or 4 older versions of themselves. All the makeup was just brilliant. I don't think it was executed as well as it could have been though. Talking to an older version of yourself, they tried to do it well, and you know, the older versions reflecting back and being able to talk to a younger version of yourself. That's like a moral question, like what would you say, how would you act? I think they tried to do it, but I don't think they succeeded as well as they could have. A movie like X-Men Days of Future Past, where Charles Xavier talks to the older version of himself, I think that was handled a lot better. And also for a movie about music, and where Bill and Ted have to try and make a song to save the universe, there wasn't that much music in the movie. But where the movie does save itself is it knows a lot about music history. Bill and Ted's daughters are going all throughout time, collecting all these different historical music figures that have had a big impact on music. And for me, someone who doesn't know a lot about music, it was interesting to learn more about these different musical figures throughout history. And I think if you can learn something like that from a movie, something that's actually real, then that's kind of cool. Overall, even though this movie does have a few issues, I had a hell of a time watching it. It's so much fun, and despite its faults, the performances of Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter really helped it out. It's got some absolutely hilarious jokes, and I'm gonna give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. Alright, I'm here, I'm at work. Hopefully you enjoyed that review, and if you did, please be excellent and hit the subscribe button, and let's party on.